What's good, everyone? OJ here. Welcome back to another video, and I am so happy to talk about this because finally it has come to this point. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass number 2, the final DLC character, is here, and I'm going to be talking about this in terms of what you guys think, what it could be, all the different rumors that we've had. But before we get into this, guys, please make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're someone new, click that notification bell, and of course, I'm sorry for any bad audio or background noise just because I still have my secondary setup up, but we've got to discuss this. And I also want to make an announcement as well for those who come to my channel regularly. I will be streaming. I'm going to try to stream in terms of the reveal for the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate character. We all know it's going down on October 5th. That is this Tuesday, October 5th, and it's going to be at 7 a.m. PT. That is 10 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm going to do my best to give my live reaction, go live early and discuss things and hype it up. We've got 40 minutes of this. So obviously we're going to have the reveal trailer. We're going to have the Sakurai Presents where he actually goes over everything. And then we're going to be able to see this character in action. Then we're going to see the release date. I mean, it might release that day. It might be some other point. I mean, who knows when it's actually going to come out. Maybe they just shadow drop it right there and say thank you for everything. Maybe they have some type of big, long video that kind of gives us a send off for all of the DLC, because it's been like 3 years. It's been 3 years of all of this, and I think that it's definitely going to be pretty cool to finally just have this wrap up, and finally Sakurai and the team can move on to some other stuff, just because it's just been so long, and it's been a very up and down road when it comes to certain characters, people being upset, not upset, getting what they want, not getting what you want. It all comes to an end here. So I did want to talk about this, guys, just because this is just exciting to me. So who will be the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate DLC character? Now on the channel, I actually put up a poll to see what you guys thought, and I was actually surprised at how many people said a certain character, which I think has a probability, but for some reason I'm thinking I'm not so sure, just because of how late this person's game is. But let's go over the results first, then I'll get into the overwhelming majority of what you guys had to say, because man, you guys had a lot to say. So you guys are seeing the poll right here. Who's the final Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Fighters Pass 2 DLC character? Now coming in at the lowest, you guys said Crash Bandicoot with 16% of the vote. We had over 8.8 thousand votes, so a lot of people voted on there. Coming in at the second place was Master Chief with 19%. Then coming in at the top was, of course, Sora from Kingdom Hearts with the 40%. And I think a lot of you guys are thinking, well, you know what, that leak that came out, which we'll discuss, is definitely credible evidence. But outside of that, outside of the actual characters, a lot of you guys felt, 25% felt that it was going to be somebody else. Now, some of you guys had some obviously troll or weird stuff, but a lot of you guys put Nahobina from the, Shin Megami Tensei 5, the main protagonist from Shin Megami Tensei 5. I saw that so much, but the only thing that gets me thinking that it's not going to be him is how late his game came out. I think a lot of you guys are under the impression that Nintendo does these characters like one right after another, so they started working on this SMT5 protagonist after they got done with the last character, but that's not the case. They actually decided these characters a couple years ago. Now, could Nintendo have been in the know about this character, who's a brand new character? It's not established. Remember, guys, all of these characters are either first party Nintendo Switch IPs, or if it's a third party character, it's a very established built third-party character. Steve's been around for forever, right? Sephiroth been around forever. You have Kazuya, he's been around for forever. All the hero, Dragon Quest been around for forever. Banjo-Kazooie, which used to be first party, now in third party at this point. So if you look at all the DLC characters, they're all established characters that have been around, that didn't just come out. And yes, SMT5 is an established series, but that character himself, the Nahabino character himself, is brand new. So Nintendo, or did Nintendo have knowledge of that? Did they go out to Atlas and say, hey, give us his moveset, give us this, all that, 2 years ago when they were picking these characters? I don't know about that. But then again, there's always the possibility that it is that. There's always the possibility that that did happen, because Nintendo did know about SMT5 back, 2017. That was one of their games. One of the first games revealed for the Nintendo Switch built for the system was SMT5. So it's very possible that Nintendo did go to Atlas and say, hey, can we get that character? Or what is the character? What's his moveset and everything? Then they refined it. Because there's also one more thing that made me think that it could potentially be him. They wanted to have this game out in 2020. They wanted to have SMT5 out then. Atlas actually just revealed that in a recent interview. They wanted to have the game out then, so that makes me think that, okay, well, maybe Nintendo did think that they could have that character. So then if the game actually came out when it was supposed to come out, which was 2020, then now at this point, we would have already known who he is. He would have been established and it would have been good, But for sure, if Nahabino gets in, that will be the closest to release / game coming out that a character has ever, had in Super Smash Brothers. That's a third party character, at least. They're always all established. Sonic, Metal Gear, Snake. I mean, everything's always established. So this would be very interesting. If that is the case. I know Joker was, that was a 2017 character. But really, that game came out in 2016 in Japan, and we had known about that character for quite some time from when they announced Persona 5. So it would be interesting to see exactly how it all works out. But I think a lot of you guys really want to see Sora because of the leak, right? Obviously, Kingdom Hearts, that's something that you guys love. I know you guys are big Kingdom Hearts fans here on the channel. But I mean, I think that Sora with that leak, for those who don't know, there was somebody, an anonymous poster back in July 30th this year, actually stated that he works for Disney Music or something like that, and Nintendo, a rep, maybe asked for a lot of music or something like that. But he nailed the release date of the presentation. He said back in July 30th of this year, okay? So the summer, we're talking a month after E3, this guy, this random post says, hey, there's a presentation on October 5th. So he called that. He nailed the date. And I've seen people range all sorts of stuff saying, oh, well, he just got a lucky guess. No, that is not a lucky guess because I'm not a probabilities person. I don't have the math in my head. But for somebody at that point in time, midway through the year, to be able to guess the date of a Super Smash Brothers presentation for the final character, it's almost impossible. The odds of getting that date, it's like 1 in quadrillion. There's no way somebody can guess that. So either he's somebody on the inside and he decided to just leak the date to give people false hope, to troll, which is definitely a possibility. It could be somebody who knew about the date, who maybe knows about the character, but then made up that first part to let everybody think that it was Sora or something like that when it's actually something else. So he could have been half right. He could have been trying to troll somebody. And yes, the internet has done that before. They've put out dates that are correct, but then give you a completely different thing to try to troll you on it. So that is also a heavy possibility that that is the case. If he's telling the truth, we have no idea who this is. It's an anonymous person. So he could definitely be trying to troll the internet and see all that because he might want to see everybody make all these different Sora videos and stuff like that. But he knew that it would probably blow up later down the line because nobody would just take an anonymous post seriously in July about the last character for something in October. I mean, come on, there's no way. We still needed to get other characters before then. So that's the reason why I think that this is going to be one of the most interesting reveals. I mean, it's coming up. We're going to know pretty soon here. We're going to know pretty soon here when it comes down to it. But yeah, a lot of you guys feel that it's either going to be Sora or it's going to be Nahabino from Shin Megami Tensei 5. And personally, for me, I think that it's pretty much what I think in terms of my 3-person race. I think it's either going to be the Astral Chain twins, but maybe if they were going to get in, it would have been earlier at this point. So who knows about them? If it's not them, then maybe it's going to be, Sora because of the leak. But if it's not that, I mean, Nahabino does have a chance. Now that I learned about the whole 2020 thing, I think he does have a chance. I think that Nintendo might want to put him in, obviously, the cross promotion with SMT5. But you never know. And Nintendo has a strong relationship with Atlas. They have a strong relationship with Sega when it comes to certain things. Sega games coming to Nintendo Switch Online, first third party or outside system for Nintendo Switch Online. So there is a possibility. There definitely is. I mean, they already have a couple other characters in there. We've got Sonic in there from Sega. We also have, obviously, Joker in there from Sega, Atlas. So maybe there's another one. Maybe there is another one here. But we're going to have to wait and see. It is going to be a wild ride. It is going to be, oh my gosh, hearts are going to be pumping. The adrenaline is going to be going to see who this is. And hopefully, I'm like 85% sure I'll be able to live stream the reaction for you guys, okay? Maybe it won't be the best of quality because of the internet that I currently have with my secondary setup and everything, but I still will be able to get that hype for you guys and get it going. So hopefully we can get it done. So what do you guys think about this? What are your thoughts on Super Smash Brothers and who the final character could be? Give me your predictions in the chat. I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. All right, guys, that wraps it up for this video here. Make sure you hit that like button if you didn't already do so. Also, make sure you subscribe if you're someone new and click that notification bell once again to get the videos first. And we will see you for the next one. Thanks for watching.